EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. McCollum. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Operating from the gun. McCollum. Pressure comes, and the Steelers taken down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. McCollum. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man. That's shorter. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Back to throw again. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Chris Olave, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead. Maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. To throw, here's Willis. That's into the hands of the rookie from Ole Miss. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Willis out of the gun. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
3rd and 12. Willis looks to pass it here. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Willis on the sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game would be ideal.
And now they'll shift things around. Operating from the gun, McCollum. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, McCollum. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Operating from the gun, McCollum. Flush to his right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They need 12 here. It's third down. Off play action. McCollum. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In motion right is Watkins. Willis looking to throw it. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Here's Willis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. This one out quickly to Watkins. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here goes an impressive 31-yard gain. Again, it's Willis to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Willis out of the gun. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. McCollum. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they work this out past the 25. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
That complete to Shorter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Third down and 6. Back to throw. McCollum. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Willis. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you know, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. McCollum. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
A final shot before break. McCollum. And the ball is knocked out. And he will be able to recover this himself to prevent a wacky ending here. But that will be how this first half comes to an end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
At the 30-yard line.
Now Willis to throw. And this pass caught by Gray. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Willis. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. The slot man in motion right. And from the gun, here's Willis. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They'll try again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. They'll run here on third and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. Looking to throw. McCollum. And it'll be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Second down and 4. Here's Willis. A short one there to Freiermuth. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Back to throw, Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. We'll get this to about the 38. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now Willis. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
In motion, the tight end. Pacheco gets it up the gut. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Willis will look to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
They complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, that's shorter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it is 28-0. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Willis. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him the 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Willis. He finds his man complete. That's Owens. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, here's Willis. He finds his man complete. That's Owens. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Willis looks to pass it here. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to throw, Willis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And down he'll go at the 25. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, and maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid, still pitching a shutout. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but well, we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Olave. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like